on issues relating to human sexuality. We define it that relate to science, religion, morality, and also health. We believe that these four aspects are the important aspects that will be taught in sexual education. While mandatory is being defined as compulsory, we say schools are both secondary schools and also primary schools. Moving on to the second part of my speech, I will do some rebuttals to the case that has been up by the opposition. We are very sorry to inform you that the opposition today has brought a really basic weakness. On our side, we believe that the government has to step in because in the current status quo, you're actually giving the rights to the parent, right? But we will still see unwanted pregnancies and maybe dumping happening. So this is the reason why the government today has to step in the first place. What has he told us today, right? Firstly, he told us that when you implement this motion, the system will be overloaded. I have three responses to this argument. Firstly, we say that there always will be improvement in the system, as we will always have people who are intellectual in ICT. We don't see how just because one system will get overloaded, you should stop something that will be really beneficial to the student. But secondly, we tell you that when you implement this motion, there will be a lot of benefit to the student and the society, and we don't see how a small matter, something technical, should stop us from doing so. But thirdly, right, we don't see how a system overloading can actually occur. But even in the status quo, when different schools have different amount of subjects that they take, but we don't really see actually a system overloading that actually disrupt the learning in class. Before that, yes.
Define sex education and you say that it consists of morality subject, basic subjects, science. Isn't that already included in science? Subject as science, physical studies and economic studies. Why should you add another subject which would add more stress to the student?
The fact that the government wants to add another subject means it wants to emphasize on how important sex education is in today's status quo. The current subject and social problems still happening. So we see that the government tries to tell people, hey, sex education is really, really important. There are more to sexual education than just physical intercourse. The morality in which whether or not you should carry out physical intercourse. The health risks after you carry out physical intercourse. To say this is the emphasis that the government is going to make. But secondly, the second rebuttal is on how we talk about their stance, on how we are actually infringing the rights of the parents, right? I have also three responses to this. Firstly, we say that why the school should imply this, because students actually spend more time at school than they do at home. And even when they spend time at home, they are stuck in their room doing homework and sleeping. So we say that because they spend a lot of time at school, school is the most suitable platform for them to be taught sexual education. But on the second level of analysis, or my second rebuttals, right, we say that parents nowadays are actually really busy. In this fast-paced, modern and globalized world, we say that parents nowadays have to work hard in order to survive and in order to find money to feed their children, right? So we say that because of this, we don't see how all parents have the time to actually teach their children at home. So when the children spend their time at school, we don't see any problems with the teachers teaching them sexual education. But on the third level of response, or third rebuttal, right, we still see that even when they learn sexual education at school, this does not infringe on the right of the parents. Why? Because when they go back at home, they can discuss with their parents. And the parents can still give out their opinions, their judgments, and what they think on the sexual education they are being taught in school. So we say that this actually creates a platform for the students in a two-way conversation with their parents. So we don't see how we're actually taking the rights of the parents. Then with the rebuttals, I'm moving on to the third part of my speech, where I'll give out two arguments under the government. My first argument is under the keyword of safe framework. What do we mean by this? We mean that when you imply this motion, you are giving a safe framework in understanding sexuality and sexual identity. We believe that understanding this is very essential to human existence. Why? Because when you teach sexual education in school, where students learn on why humans are attracted to each other, on why these things work, and all the science behind it, we say that this will be a mitigating factor to the excitement that they will feel when they experience these things specifically. We say that when the students are already well informed of this, they will not feel scared, they will not feel excited when they actually experience their first loves. So we say that this is very beneficial for the student, and this is also a safe framework in which you do not put the student in a detrimental position where they have to go out there and embrace all the adventures and challenges without having better for the student to actually